Before us is another animation from your footprint science. On your left, you have your blue sweetie. That's an unknown dye, okay? So don't get worried. In the middle, you have a chromatography paper, or what you usually call your stationary phase, okay? And look at the line drawn, which is usually done with a pencil. And you have your various spots, the one for the unknown and three others, A, B, C, for your known components, okay? And on your right, you have your known samples or your known dyes, okay? And let's see how this animation runs. So we press play, and so that's the first step. The first step is to add some solvent onto your food sample, or better still, your unknown dye, to make it, to make it more moist, okay? And your next step is to use your glass rod and pour some sample onto your spot X on your baseline. Can you see that? So that's it. You can do it 2 or 3 times to make it concentrated. Good. So the next step is now you use your different glass rod. Please take care, use a different glass rod, and place your known samples or your known components or your known dyes onto their various or respective spots, A, B, and C. All right. So that's B there, and you have your C, okay? And the next step is to bring your solvent, that's your mobile phase, okay? And take note, the mobile phase should not be above the baseline, or the solvent shouldn't be above the baseline. So let's see that. So see where it stopped, okay? And now when you do the solvent rises, okay, as it rises, it takes along the various spots or samples, okay? So it takes along the various dyes, and the one which goes furthest is the most soluble. All right, let's see how it goes. So you can see how the dyes are moving upwards. That's because they're actually soluble to your solvent. Otherwise, they wouldn't have moved, okay? So, and I would like to stop here. Yeah, normally it was supposed to be designed so that this solvent stops here to really, mark the solvent front, okay, but which is not the case, right? So if it has stopped here, that would be the solvent front, and telling you that your X has 2 components, okay? In your X dye or your dye X, you have 2 components, and one of them coincides with C, telling you that X contains C, okay? And the other component is unknown, so we don't know this component here. So let's just run it all, and you can see. So that's the end of that chromatography. Your mobile phase stops there at that edge, and you can now identify what your chromatogram. So after this, you can now call this stationary phase your chromatogram, okay? And telling you that your dye S contains 2 components, one which is C and the other which is unknown. And since it contains 2 components, you can also say that it's an impure substance, while your A, B, and C containing just 1 spot or single components are said to be pure substances, okay? And I think that's the end of this animation. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next presentation.